Hi, Professor C. This is my tribute speech. I hope you enjoy it. Strength grows in the moments when you think you can't go on, but you keep going anyway. While this quote has no designated author, it still holds true to a special person in my life. Today I would like to share with you the story of my mother, Leslie Miller. My mother is an incredibly strong person who has been battling Crohn's and colitis since she was my age. However, it was the journey to this diagnosis that showed the downfall of her strength. It is because of her journey and her strength that I live every day determined to persevere through my struggles and tackle the day ahead. My mom's strength during her journey to diagnosis has inspired me since I was little. Looking back upon my high school years in particular, I remember seeing her strength. When I was in 9th grade, she finally remarried and had my little sister. My mom has had stomach issues since I can remember, but it was after having my little sister that her health started to rapidly deteriorate. She spent many nights in the hospital after collapsing on the bathroom floor, and it was these nights where I would be left alone with my sister and the dogs while my stepdad would sit with her in the hospital that I learned and showed her strength. However, even while laying in the hospital, she would still make sure that me and my sister were well taken care for. She made sure that we had food that I could make. She made sure I had enough time to get my homework done. And she even orchestrated having my aunt stay at the house for long periods of time in order to help me with the house and help with my little sister. She did all of this while scheduling and going through many tests in order to be diagnosed. Then, when she would finally be able to come home, she would continue her life as if nothing happened to the best of her ability in order to not scare my little sister and in order for me to try to live a good life as well. This continued throughout high school, and it wasn't until my freshman year of college that she was diagnosed 30 years after becoming sick and was finally put on a treatment path. Based on the story of diagnosis, you can easily see that my mother is a very strong person. However, it was the strength during this time of diagnosis that it was also her downfall. Her strength led to her pushing through and often ignoring pain in order to live life as normal as possible for the rest of us. Looking back throughout the previously mentioned years, I also remember times where my mom would push through pain in order to support me or my little sister. These would include going to my band concerts, driving me places, teaching me how to drive, which took way too many years, or just simply cooking us dinner. All while playing down her pain so that I wouldn't worry and that my sister wouldn't know. Not to mention that she is a full-time kindergarten teacher and would often teach through severe pain and never let her students know it. This is the downfall of her strength, however, because she grew used to the constant pain she was living with and would downplay it to her previous doctors because she didn't want to take time away from her life in order for them to do testing. It wasn't until her current doctor took on her case that it made it easier for her to get diagnosed and worked around her schedule that she was able to start showing her true strength and her true state. As you saw today, my mother, Leslie Miller, is an incredibly strong individual who has taught me great strength in persevering through troubled times. However, it was the strength that led to her dealing with pain that she should not have endured for so many years. The impact on my life was interesting to say the least, but I learned so much during this time and I feel like it made me a stronger and better person. To return to the quote at the beginning of this speech, it was the moments that my mom grew stronger every day. However, I would like to add that it was the reason behind these moments that forced her to be stronger than she needed to. Thank you.